Alright, now let me talk to all my friends and seekers of success out there. I see you. I know you're working hard, you're dreaming big, and you're trying to make something happen for yourself. But sometimes, you feel that little thing creeping in. That little voice that tells you to stop. That voice is called fear. It shows up uninvited, trying to tell you that you're not good enough, not smart enough, or not ready for what's next. It wants to sit you down on the sidelines of your own life. But I'm here today, on this beautiful July 23rd, 2025, to tell you that fear is a liar. It's a dream killer that you have the power to shut down right now. You have to understand that your journey to greatness requires you to look fear right in the eye and keep on walking. So many of us get it twisted. We think the opposite of success is failure. We believe that if we try something and it doesn't work out, we've lost the game. But that ain't it at all. Let me tell you something real. The true opposite of success is not failure. It's fear. Failure is just a part of the process. It's a lesson. It's the universe teaching you what you need to know to get to the next level. But fear? Fear is the thing that stops you from even trying. It's the paralysis that keeps you from taking that first step, from making that phone call, from starting that business. It keeps you stuck right where you are, wishing and hoping, but never doing. That's the real enemy of your dreams. Think about it like this. Every successful person you've ever admired has failed. They have failed more times than you've probably ever tried. Michael Jordan got cut from his high school basketball team. I got fired from jobs. Oprah got told she wasn't right for television. But what did we all have in common? We didn't let fear stop us from getting back up and trying again. We understood that failure was just a pit stop on the road to success. Fear, on the other hand, wants to be your final destination. It wants you to pull over, turn off the engine, and give up on the whole trip. You cannot let that happen. You are the driver of your own destiny. So the next time you feel that fear bubbling up inside you, I want you to recognize it for what it is. It's not a sign that you should quit. It's not a warning that you're going to fail. It is a test. It's a test to see how badly you really want it. Do you want your dream more than you fear the possibility of not achieving it? That is the question you have to answer every single day. Success is on the other side of that feeling. It's waiting for you. But you have to be willing to walk through the discomfort, push past the doubt, and face that fear head on. Don't let it be the reason your story ends before it even gets good. Let me give you a picture to hold on to. Think about a butterfly. Before it can fly and show off all its beautiful colors, it starts as a caterpillar trapped inside a cocoon. Now, that cocoon is safe. It's comfortable. Nothing can get in, and it's protected from the outside world. That cocoon is your comfort zone. It's that familiar place where fear tells you to stay. It's your routine, your habits, the things you do without even thinking. It feels good in there because there are no risks, no challenges, and no chance of failure. But here's the thing. There's also no growth in the cocoon. There's no life. There's no success in there. For that caterpillar to become the magnificent butterfly it was meant to be, it has to do something terrifying. It has to fight. It has to struggle and push and break its way out of that cocoon. That struggle is what gives its wings the strength they need to fly. If you were to come along and cut the cocoon open to help it, the butterfly would be weak and would never be able to soar. The struggle is necessary. That struggle is you facing your fears. It's you applying for that job you think you can't get. It's you starting that conversation you're scared to have. It's you breaking free from your own self-imposed limitations. Every time you let fear win, you are choosing to stay inside that dark, comfortable cocoon. You are denying yourself the chance to see what you're really made of. You're robbing the world of the unique gifts that only you can offer. Your potential is waiting on the other side of that struggle. Your real life, the one you dream about, begins the moment you decide that being comfortable is no longer enough. You have to be willing to be uncomfortable. You have to be willing to push against the walls of your own fear until they break, so you can finally spread your wings and see how high you can really go. This struggle isn't just for big, life-changing moments. It happens every single day in big ways and small. For professionals, it's the fear of speaking up in a meeting, of asking for a raise, or of launching a new project that might not work out. In our personal lives, it's the fear of being vulnerable, of loving someone, or of setting boundaries with family. Fear is everywhere, trying to keep us small and safe. But your purpose is not to be small. Your destiny is not to be safe. It is to be great. And greatness requires you to constantly break out of one cocoon and move on to the next, getting stronger with every single push. You've got to change the way you look at fear. A lot of people see fear as a giant, solid brick wall. They walk up to it, see how tall and thick it is, and they just turn around and go back the way they came. They believe it's a permanent barrier, a dead end. They think, well, I guess this is as far as I can go. But that's the wrong mindset. Fear is not a wall, it is a hurdle. It's just an obstacle placed in your path. And what do you do with a hurdle? You jump over it. You might stumble. You might even knock it over. But you get up, and you keep running the race. Think about it. In a track race, the hurdles are there for every single runner. Nobody gets a clear path. The winner isn't the person who didn't have any hurdles. The winner is the person who learned how to clear them most effectively. Life is the exact same way. Everyone feels fear. I feel it. The most successful people you know feel it. The difference is, they don't see it as a stop sign. They see it as part of the course. They expect it, they prepare for it, and they have a strategy to get over it. You have to start seeing fear as just another part of your journey to success. So what's your strategy? How do you get over the hurdle? You start by taking a running leap. That leap is an action. Fear hates action. Fear loves it when you sit still, when you overthink, when you analyze every possible thing that could go wrong. But the moment you take one small step, the fear starts to lose its power. That hurdle that looked 10 feet tall from a distance suddenly looks a lot smaller when you're running right at it. Action is the antidote to fear. It's the fuel that propels you over the obstacle and forward toward the finish line, which is your dream. Remember, facing your fears is how you grow. Every time you jump over a hurdle, you get a little stronger, a little faster, and a little more confident for the next one. And trust me, there will always be a next one. Success isn't a destination where you arrive and all the hurdles disappear. It's a continuous race where the hurdles just change shape. But with each one you clear, you prove to yourself that you are capable. You build a track record of courage. You learn that the feeling of fear is temporary, but the feeling of accomplishment you get from overcoming it lasts a whole lot longer. Now, I can't talk about facing hurdles without talking about the source of all my strength, and that's my faith. See, when that fear gets real loud and that hurdle looks way too high, sometimes your own strength just ain't enough. That's when you have to lean on something bigger than yourself. For me, that's God. My faith reminds me that I'm not in this race alone. It tells me that I was created for a purpose, and that I've been equipped with everything I need to fulfill it. When I'm scared, I can lean on my faith to give me the courage to take that leap. It's a powerful force that can turn fear into fuel. Your faith, whatever you believe in, can be your anchor in the storm of doubt. It's a quiet confidence that says, even if I fall, I will be okay. Even if I stumble, I will be caught. It's a spiritual foundation that fear cannot shake. When you operate from a place of faith, you start to understand that the challenges in front of you are not there to break you. They are there to build you. You can find strength in prayer, in meditation, or in connecting with your spiritual community. Don't underestimate the power of having people around you who can lift you up and remind you of who you are when you forget. Facing fear is how you discover your true potential and honor the gifts you've been given. You were not designed to live a small life, huddled in a corner, afraid of what might happen. You were designed to shine. You were put here to make an impact, to share your talents, and to live a life of abundance and joy. Fear is the only thing standing in the way of that. But your faith can be the bridge that carries you over that fear. It helps you see yourself the way your Creator sees you, as powerful, capable, and destined for greatness. Hold on to that truth. So here's my challenge to you this week. Just for this week, I want you to take one small step outside of your comfort zone. Just one. Make that call you've been dreading. Send that email you've been putting off. Sign up for that class you've been curious about. Do one thing that scares you a little bit. That's it. Prove to yourself that you can face a hurdle and get over it. Remember, fear is only a visitor on your journey. It doesn't have a permanent address in your life unless you give it one. Don't let that visitor overstay its welcome. Keep striving, keep believing, and stay fearless in the pursuit of your dreams.